Okay, now you're on the first number. Now, the next number.
It's time for the match game. Hollywood Squares Hour with from Hot Potato Bill Collins. Phyllis Diller. From Three's Company, Richard Klein. From St. Elsewhere, Ellen Bree. Lyle Wagoner. And the stars of the match game, Hollywood Squares are Gene Rayburn and John Bowman.
Thank you.
A very disciplined bunch, aren't they?
Did you miss me over the weekend?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I missed you
Seemed like
too.
a long weekend.
Sure it did.
I haven't seen... Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Thank you very much. All right. Where are we? Here we are.
Welcome to the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. That's where we are.
That's where we are. I'm going to do the match game. He's going to do Hollywood Squares, and I think we ought to get to it right now by saying hello to our stars. Let's all together say, hello, stars.
Hello.
You don't even know how to pronounce your name, do you?
Not really. Bree.
B-R-Y spells Bree. You're a lovely lady, though. Nice to see your bodies, gentlemen.
Hi, Gene.
How are you?
How you doing, Gene?
Yes. I did a little research, and Robert Sherman says you were on the old match game. So you know all about this. Hey there.
Hello, Gene.
We've all got to remember to watch next week for Bill Culler's new show called Hot Potato.
Isn't that a silly name?
Yeah, what time is that going to be on? Anytime.
It's on 12 o'clock Eastern. I got it written at 12 noon Eastern, 11 Pacific. That's what time it's on. It's a heck of a show.
Will there really be a hot potato there?
Well, you know me, Gene. If I'm there, there's going to be a hot potato. I'm glad you're working again.
Thank you.
I'm working again.
I was about to join the McLean-Stevenson Club, but here I am. Anyway, let's say hello to our two civilians over here, Barbara Lunnan and Susie Randa. Now, Barbara, we're going to begin with you. Let's hear the story of your life.
I am a flight attendant
Yeah.
with 3 small boys, 2 of which are twins.
How do you manage that? Having
I
3
don't.
kids and flying and...
It's a sanity to get out of the house.
Oh, well, you're glad to be here then.
Oh, that, yes.
And away from them.
absolutely.
All right, Barbara, good luck to you. Susie, let's hear about you, please.
All right, I'm a hairstylist in West Los Angeles, married to a terrific guy in the Navy.
Yeah?
I'm taking acting classes, and I design my own clothes.
Well, let's take a look at her clothes. Shall we take a look at her dress? Stand up here. Come out here. How about that? Right. Too bad she doesn't have a body to go with that great outfit, isn't it? Okay. Good luck to both of you. We're going to play 3 rounds here. You'll have 3 chances to match as many of the loonies as you can. And the one who's done that most often at the end of the 3rd round will be the winner. Go on to challenge our returning champion on Hollywood Squares for a chance to win up to $30,000. Barbara, you won the toss. You go first if you please.
A, please.
A it is, or Barbara? All right, here we go. Harriet said, my new doctor has a degree in junk foodology. He just told me to take 2 blanks and call him in the morning. A degree in junk foodology. Those are the operative words.
That's up to you. It's up to you. Doesn't matter. Right. You just stick it in there. It won't go in.
Right.
Whatever you say, Phyllis.
That's it. All right, here we go. Barbara. Harriet said, my new doctor has a degree in junk foodology. He just told me to take 2 blanks and call him in the morning.
Twinkies.
Twinkies, very good. I didn't want to say anything. I saw you wrote what you wrote, but we'll get to you a little bit later. We got to start with Ellen here. Got to listen there. Ellen, did you listen?
Well, yeah, I did. We like the same junk food.
Twinkie.
You know, Gene, sometimes you hear a question and the answer comes to you immediately.
Right.
Just right off the top of your head.
And sometimes it doesn't.
I said Twinkie.
Attaboy. Barbara. Well, Lyle, first time at bat. How is it?
Twinkies used to be my favorite food, but I haven't had one in maybe 30 years. But I have had hamburger.
Hamburger. All right. Not a booable answer.
No way.
Hamburgers are all right. I mean,
It's the 30 years.
anything in the
that
junk
man.
food category. What do you say?
Sure, it takes two to Twinkie, but I just elaborated on Lyle's answer. Try and boo me. Big Macs!
Yeah,
Oh, listen, hey, they're consistent.
they're just full of animal spirits. Are they full of animal spirits, Gene Wood? They are. Now, you didn't listen, did you?
Well, I didn't understand.
Uh-huh.
Now
What
I know.
what we're getting up to, she's really got a dumb answer.
You know it. I have possibly the dumbest answer
Yeah.
in the world.
She
Do,
just-
do I have to show it?
Yeah, you have to.
Aspirin.
Didn't get as big a price tag.
That is a booable answer.
That is your booable.
Jason,
What?
that's dumb.
Did they say
In
that?
unison.
I don't know, I've had an aspirin burger before. Have you ever tried that?
Aspirin burger.
Gene,
All right.
A couple of years ago, I mean, Twinkies comes to mind, but I try to get them out of mind. Because a couple of years ago, I had a bunch of Twinkies, went home and shot my manager and my business agent.
Aha.
Did indeed.
Right.
But nonetheless, I wrote Twinkies, sort of thinking.
Okay, free for Barbara, Susie, a little catching up to do. Let's see if you do it. At the perfume counter,
No.
the sales lady said, she said, if you don't want to spend $50 an ounce for evening in Paris, how about $1 an ounce for evening in blank? Wonderful, all of them are wonderful. Here we go, Susie. At the perfume counter, the sales lady said, if you don't want to spend $50 an ounce for evening in Paris, how about $1 an ounce for evening in blank?
Watts?
I don't think so.
Watts. All right.
Easy there, Susan.
Hey, come on.
She said Watts.
What?
Fortunately, we have a limousine to take her directly home
Wasn't
from the
he?
studio.
Wasn't he the Secretary of Interior?
That's right. That's right, exactly. All right, Ellen.
Okay, NBC's gonna love me for this one. Burbank.
Burbank. That's a possibility. One
Now,
possibility
we're
is
getting very
Burbank.
regional here, but I assume these young ladies are from the Los Angeles area. So I mentioned a local joke here. Pacoima!
Pacoima.
It's,
Yeah.
excuse me, you take the Foothill Freeway. Wait a second. You take the Foothill Freeway, make a left on the Antelope Freeway, go north about 2 blocks, and you're in Pacoima.
Pacoima. See, these are all out-of-towners. Are these out-of-towners? No. All right. Well, that was Cucamonga, and, you know. All right, Lyle.
Oh, yes.
$1 an ounce may be a little expensive for this place. I said TJ, Tijuana.
Tijuana. All right, that's one possibility. An evening in Tijuana. Okay, and $1 an ounce for an evening in what, John?
I did something clever here, even though it doesn't match, because I picked a city where we're not on the air. Philadelphia.
Right.
They're all here.
Well, that was W.C. Fields' favorite put down. Right, they do. Okay, Phyllis, we're up to
Well,
you.
I finally figured out how you play the show.
You got it.
And none too soon.
It's an evening in Burbank.
An evening in Burbank. You got the idea.
Evening in Burbank.
Well, you see, in my act, I have that same joke, and I call it an evening in Des Moines.
Aha. Well, that would have been good, too.
Well, but it wouldn't have won.
Right. Okay, Bill.
Phyllis has come a long way. I too said an evening in Burbank.
All right, there we have it. So that's the end of round one, and I believe the score is 3-0, not nothing to nothing here. We can change this during the commercial. We'll be back right after these messages.
It's so easy to tell.
Lyle, for Christmas, he gave his wife a box of steel wool and he told her to knit herself a new blank. Cheap Charlie.
Works fast.
He's helping.
You may be able to sell the answer to John. He'll give you a quarter for it. Here we go, Barbara. Did you hear what Cheap Charlie did? For Christmas, he gave his wife a box of steel wool and told her to knit herself a new blank.
Sweater.
You wouldn't knit a sweater out of steel wool, would you? What would you
That's
make
the
out
joke.
of steel? Oh, that's the joke. Oh, all right, Barbara, you want to do jokes, fine, but if you want to win the money, that's something else. All right. Lyle, don't do any jokes. She's doing all the jokes, okay?
Steel sweater, huh? You know? I don't know about putting steel above the waist, but anyway. I had knit a stove.
A stove is good. Anything made out of metal. What is wrong with this bunch? Stove is a perfectly good answer because it's made out of metal, you see, and steel wool is metal, and therefore if you... Oh, never mind. It's steel. You're giving me a headache. That'll be enough of that.
You have a headache?
All right.
Take
Let's,
2 hours.
Some Twinkies and call me in the morning.
Okay, John, what do you say here? Told her to knit herself a new...
Automobile?
Automobile. Another good... Yeah, anything made out of metal is would be acceptable here.
Well, the best.
Because it's made out of steel.
Well,
Don't
because that's the very best thing. That's the joke. Made himself a car.
All right. Okay. All right, Susie, you have a chance to do a little catching up because she remained stationary there at 3-0. Fifi said, I just graduated from Striptease University.
How graduated is she?
The ceremony was beautiful. I wore a cap and blank.
Do we all play?
Everybody plays.
Oh, goody.
Annie, I've got some apples for you.
Boy,
All
this
right.
music creates a lot of tension.
Tension, headache.
Here we go, Susie. Fifi said, I just graduated from Striptease University. The ceremony was beautiful. I wore a cap and blank.
Pasties.
Cap and pasties. Now they're on the track. Now you really got the idea. Pasties is an excellent response. Ellen, what do you say?
Must you always start with me?
Yes.
I
Now, wait a
got a
minute.
dumb answer.
You got a dumb answer?
Nothing.
A cap and nothing.
Cap and
That's
nothing.
nothing. Now, wait a minute. That's a good answer. A cap and nothing is fine.
You know, when you asked the question, you almost answered the question because she said she wore a cap and blank, which is a perfectly acceptable answer from my colleague here from St. Elsewhere.
Here, here.
However, of the strippers that I've known, I mean, when I've ever
You've heard
seen
about
on TV or in the movies and the paper, I said she wore a G-string.
Another good one. Pasties, G-string, all of those things are good.
Simsalabim.
Yeah, those are good. Her answer was terrific. You know, there are just a couple of things you can choose from in this answer, and I chose garter belt.
A garter belt. All right. A black garter belt, right?
Good answer to anything.
Ceremony's beautiful. I wore a cap and blank.
I actually had written pasties. I threw it away, and all I was left with was a G-string.
Susie, I really thought you'd score big with pasties,
Yeah.
but so far it hasn't happened. Phyllis?
Well, you see now, if Susan were stripping herself,
Yeah.
and she's in the front of a large audience,
Right.
wearing a little cap with a cute little tassel,
Right.
I think she'd want to cover something else with a G-string.
Aha. Oh, I see. The pasties are for the
well,
upper frontals.
yeah.
And I see. Okay. Bill?
Well, I guess it depends on who you are as to what you want to cover.
Right. Right. Never thought of that. Right.
Speaking for myself, I offer you silence. Now, I came awfully close to pasties for the first time in 30 years.
Anyway, along
Along those lines, and this makes a certain amount of sense because it's sort of, it's rhythmic. She wore a cap and 2 tassels.
And 2 tassels
Are attached to pastry.
That's close.
Right. Right there. And
You either way, exactly.
That's right.
Concentric circles.
I got you. Right. Okay, here we go. Now, it's still 3-0 at the end of round 2, and round 3, the final round, right after this.
Drawing blanks. You didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
Point blank.
Is your husband here?
No.
Match game. Filling in the blanks. Tomorrow at 11:30 on Buzzer.
Are we back? We
All
back.
right, Barbara says she wants A, and that's what she gets. Here we go. Harry said, he said, I think my doctor used to be an auto mechanic. Last week, he tried to take my temperature with a blank.
We're out, right? We're out.
You're out, you're out.
We're out, we're out.
I'm in.
Lights on, we're out.
Do you think anybody think they'll get it? You think?
I guess it...
You're turning me on.
Listen, why don't you sell her that ad? That was a wonderful answer.
I just
Oh, you've got it,
That's the way
okay.
the technicians fix
All
their
right.
television cameras around here.
All right, here we go, Barbara. Harry said, I think my doctor used to be an auto mechanic. Last week, he tried to take my temperature with a blank.
Dipstick.
Okay, Lyle, she says dipstick.
They come up with very good answers, you know?
Yes, right.
That would be kind of painful. Well, anyway,
Yes, it would.
I said
Dipstick
dipstick.
it is. All right, John, we come to you.
Yes, I said dipstick.
All right, Phyllis.
Yes, I said dipstick.
You said that. Now, Susie, the best you could do is achieve a tie, but you can indeed do that, so do not be faint of heart. Mr. Jenkins said, my secretary is so dumb. Got him going there. Yeah, my secretary is so dumb, I convinced her that this...
You can do it.
I convinced her that this is National Take Your Secretary to Blank Week. You got it.
Of course.
Naturally.
Oh, what an easy one.
What else?
All right.
What else? Possible tie here, Susie. Just put your mind in the gutter, honey.
All right, Ellen. Ellen, is your card in the slot?
Oh, Michael,
Put it
yes,
right
okay,
there.
I'm ready.
Now, Susie, Mr. Jenkins said, my secretary is so dumb, I convinced her that this is National Take Your Secretary to Blank Week.
Take your secretary to bed week.
Let's see what we have from you, Ellen.
Tonight at 8.
Dead.
You know, you got to match everybody all down the line here. Let's see if it
Let's
happens.
waste no time. Bed.
Here, there you are. All right, John, what do you say? She's on a roll.
To bed. To bed.
Don't stop.
House to bed.
Tiebreaker.
I love a tie and I didn't wear one.
All right, let's go to the tie-breaking question. There it is.
Israel's right to exist.
Right here. Now, I will read it to you. Don't say anything until I ask you to. What a blank. What a blank. Now, in front of you here, but out of sight of our panel, are 4 good responses to that question. Your seats were determined by lot, and the rule is, Susie, that you will go first. Choose one of these numbers. Don't say any words. Just give me a number of what you think is the best answer to what a blank.
Number 2.
You want number 2? All right, I shall give you that one. That is yours. Now, Barbara, pick what you think is the best answer by number.
In 3 years. Now this.
3, please.
You want number 3. All right. Now, I'm going to go over here and canvass our stars and see what their response is. One at a time, I'll call on them. And as soon as you hear your answer, jump up and down and whistle Sweet Sue or do something. Get my attention in some way, okay? All right. Ellen, we'll begin with you. How would you fill in that blank? A verbal response, if you please. What a blank.
Oh, a verbal.
Yeah.
What a guy.
What a guy. Does anybody have that? No, nobody has it. Richard, what do you say?
What a night!
What a night! Nobody has that either.
All right, let's see.
All right, Lyle.
What a day!
What a day!
Wrong.
What an afternoon!
Come on, John.
All right.
That's probably the end.
What a blank, John.
I had all of those. Well, this is from a recent song. Maybe this will work. What a feeling!
Congratulations.
Right over here, if you would, please. I'll join you in a moment or so. Congratulations to you. Barbara, it was a pleasure to meet you. We're going to send some gifts your way from Match Game. Barbara Lunan, ladies and gentlemen. Hey there. All right, now time to switch to Hollywood Squares. We're going to bring on 3 more celebrities. There's the rest of the furniture moving in here. We're going to switch places, John Bauman and I. We've got lots more excitement coming your way. Don't walk in front of the camera because I'm going to punch you in the mouth if you do that. Thank you, sir. Just keep walking backwards. Keep walking backwards. We'll be right back. Goodbye.
A member of our studio audience will receive Gibson's portable dishwasher featuring 3 levels of washing action, hygiene cycle, forced air drying, and an energy saver switch furnished by Gibson. It's time for more of The Match Game. Hollywood Squares. Hour with from Trapper John MD, Brian Mitchell. From another world, Linda Dano. Jay Leno. And taking over, the star of the Hollywood Squares, John Bauman.
Okay, Hollywood Squares will be right back. What a feeling!
80.
Thank you, Gene Wood. Welcome, everybody, to the second half of the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour. And with me, I have Susie Randa, who designs her own clothes and, in fact, fashioned her way through the Match Game right into Hollywood Squares. We also have 3 brand new celebrities. Linda Dano.
Hello.
Brian Mitchell. And Jay Leno. Hello. Brian Mitchell from Trapper John MD. I can't resist the obvious about that flower in your lapel.
This flower? Well, John, you know, I've always thought that a boutonniere was a classy and necessary accoutrement to the well-dressed man.
Yeah.
Some of my favorite stars have worn
Yeah.
them. I figured if it's good enough for them...
That's from Day of the Triffids, isn't it?
I hope not.
Okay, well, great to have you all here, I think. And let's go play Hollywood Squares. Here we go, Susie. And before we jump right into this fracas, we have to say hello once again to our defending champion. Her name is Janine Watson. She is returning with a total of, hold the applause for this, $21,275. Not only that, in 1 day's work, correct?
Right.
Remind us a little bit about your life today, 25 words or less.
Okay, I'm a legal secretary from Orange County, and I'm still a Washington Redskin fan. Just
Okay.
like on Friday.
Well, it's great to have you here. Let's play Hollywood Squares, everybody. We're going to play this game until we hear the Time's Up bell. Now, whoever is ahead at that time is, of course, our winner. Goes on to play Super Match for up to 30,000 smackers. First game is worth $100, $25 for every square that's captured by either of you. I'm sure you know all this. Our champion gets to start. That is you, Janine. Take a good look at this motley board and pick a star.
Gene Rayburn.
Gene Rayburn.
Here we go.
A bee is about to attack you, Gene, and there's no way to escape. Should you lie down on the floor and cover your head, or swat it with your shoe?
I can catch a fly on the wing.
Want to show us?
Yeah. We're thrilled.
There it is. If you lie down, he might jump on top of you and sink that stinger and hurt you someplace. If you swat him with the shoe and you miss, you're really going to make him mad, and then he's really going to stick it in you.
Try to reason with him, Gene.
You're right.
Do you have an answer for this?
I don't know. Do I have a third choice?
That's it.
That's it. Lie down or swat him with a shoe.
Right.
I'm not going to agitate that bee. I'm going to lie down and cool it and hope he flies out the window.
He says you lie down on the floor and cover your head when that bee attacks.
I'll agree.
You lie down on the floor and cover your head. You're right to agree. You get the first square and $25. Okay. She's on a buzz and off to a flying start. Susie, pick a star. You are playing O.
Okay, Jay, please.
Jay Leno.
Yes.
One of our favorite comics.
Well, thank you.
At least one of mine. You have a permanent, Jay, but you're sick of the curls.
Yes, I can sympathize with that.
What does actress Linda Evans suggest you comb through your hair to make it go straight? Spray starch, mayonnaise, or ice water?
Spray starch, mayonnaise, or ice water. That's part of the Pritikin diet, isn't it? The mayonnaise. Mayonnaise will take the curl out right away. Or if Miracle Whip, if you can't afford that.
He says mayonnaise will take the curl out. Susie, agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
Mayonnaise it is. You're right to agree. Well done. You get the square. Okay, we got an X and an O up there, and our defending champ is playing X. Pick a star for me, Janine.
Linda, please.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay.
All right, here we go. My greatest fear.
Linda Dano from
Yes.
Another World, as are many of your colleagues.
She's the one who gave me this flower.
Linda!
I did not. Yes.
You have grown some melons,
I have.
and you
Watch
think
it.
they're ripe.
Right.
When you thump them, should they make the same sound as when you thump your head or your chest?
I know this.
How
I
big
do
are the
know
melons?
this. I actually do know this. Your chest. It's
I
true.
agree. Agree.
Janine, you agree?
Yes.
Okay, chest it is. You are right to agree about those melons, and you get the square. That is correct. If the noise sounds like a thump on the head, it is not right. If it sounds like a thump on your stomach, it's overripe. Ponder that while you ponder these messages. We shall return.
Come here, Linda. Let's see.
Stay tuned for more of the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour.
Get
To John Bauman and the Hollywood Square.
Okay! Woo! 50 for Janine, 25 so far for Susie. Susie, she's got two X's up there, and you are playing O. Pick a star for me.
Ellen to block, please.
Right, you missed this one. The first game goes to Janine.
Ellen.
Ellen Brie.
The pressure's on. Okay.
I know.
That's right.
Which sex is hotter, Ellen? Men or women?
Which sex is hotter?
Right.
I mean, body temperature hotter? Oh, men.
Okay. She says men, Susie. Agree or disagree to block?
Disagree.
You disagree. Men it is. You should have agreed. Your opponent gets a square and wins the first game. Okay. It was that simple for Janine Watson. Men's average body temperature, 98.6, as we all know. Women's average body temperature, 98.2. Pretty close. Okay, that puts you off to a good lead. 175 for you, 25 so far for Susie. But since you won the last game, Janine, Susie, you get to start this one. Let us clear the board, and we're going to move right on to the next game. Pick a star for me.
Okay, Lyle, please.
Lyle Wagner.
Yes, John.
According to Amy Vanderbilt, every hostess should do something in her guest room before company arrives. Should she test the bed or scrub the ceiling above it?
That may sound like a ridiculous question, but I am up on these things. I know about guest rooms. No, it is test the bed, no question about it.
Says, test the bed, Lyle says, before the guest arrives. Agree or disagree, Susie?
I'll agree.
You should test the bed. You're right to agree. You get the first square and $25. Well done. Does Lyle know his beds? Okay, Janine, pick a star. You're playing X.
Richard, please.
Richard Klein.
Hello.
From Three's Company.
Yes, sir. Please, more.
You're an average skunk, and you've just squirted.
And I've just what?
You've just squirted.
Okay.
Is that what that
Probably haven't done this because
Very
Lyle and Ellen
scientific.
haven't left. But now, can you squirt again right away? Or do you have to wait a half hour before you can squirt again?
You know, all my years of studying Shakespeare and Chekhov, this comes in handy. Should you have to wait?
I have a similar problem with
Jay? Gosh, I've never dated or been out with a skunk. I don't know. I would guess that they don't have to wait, that they just regenerate right away.
He says that skunk can squirt again right away. Janine, agree or disagree?
I'll agree with him.
The skunk can squirt right away. What a skunk. You get the square. An X goes up there. We got an X and an O on the board so far. Susie, you are playing O. As we know, pick a square.
Jay, please.
Jay Leno.
Thank you, thank you.
Wow, and I didn't even have to say Three's Company.
I'm still envying that skunk. Go ahead.
Jay, you're in a taxi cab.
I'm in a taxi.
Mm-hmm. And your driver is rude.
Yeah, the driver's rude. Okay, I got it.
According to the Book of Modern Manners, is it okay not to tip him, or should you give him a little something anyway?
Well, it's okay not to tip him, but he'll say, you know that guy on Squares and Match Game? Boy, what a jerk he is, so I'll give him something anyway. They always say you shouldn't tip, because tipping means to ensure promptness, and if you don't get it, you shouldn't tip. But I always tip anyway.
Okay,
but the
so
book says you shouldn't if they're rude.
But okay, so you say the book says that it's okay not to tip him. Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay. Susie says the book says it's okay not to tip that rude cabbie. Agree or disagree?
I'll agree.
It is okay not to tip him. You're right to agree, and you get the square. Okay, we get to finish our $200 game right after these commercials. You get to watch them and then come back.
There has never been a better time to join AARP.
Pick a star.
Bill Cullen, please.
Right. And this is Bill Cullen to block, I
To
believe.
block,
If you miss this one, then the game and the lead belongs to your opponent. Bill, your baby has a diaper rash. How does the book Baby Hints suggest you dry your wet kid? Should you blow dry his bottom or use a shoe shine cloth?
That's come up in our house many times, John. And originally we did use a shoe shine cloth, but with science coming along, and blow drying is such a nice, in addition to doing an efficient job of drying, it sort of feels fun. So we always blow dry our baby's bottom.
To block, Janine, do you agree or disagree?
I'm going to disagree.
You blow dry your baby's bottom. You should have agreed. Your opponent gets the square and wins that second game. You can blow dry that baby, and you're glad to hear that, Susie Randall, because you are in the lead with $300. $200 for Janine. The last game being won by Susie. However, you get to start this one, Janine. We will clear the board. Janine, pick a star for me.
Linda, please.
Linda Dano.
I always have the same reaction. Go on. All right.
Which came first, Linda? The first pair of Levi's or the first zipper?
Oh, well, see, being in the fashion business, because I have a company that I run, it has to be the zipper.
She says the zipper came before the Levi's. Agree or disagree? Janine, for the first square in this game.
I'll agree.
The first pair of Levi's came first. Should have disagreed, and your opponent continues to roll. Levi's! Levi's first appeared in 1873, the first zipper in 1893, in case anyone cares. Susie Randa, pick a star.
Okay, Jay, please.
Jay Leno.
All right.
Which came first? Another which came first question.
The Levi's. Oh.
No? Two different choices, Jay. Jerry Lewis or the frontal lobotomy?
I think... Isn't one synonymous? No, let's see. Jerry Lewis or the frontal lobotomy?
Right.
Let's see. The first frontal lobotomy was... You mean when he was born or became a star?
When he was born.
Jerry Lewis was born before the first frontal lobotomy. First frontal lobotomy was April 10th, 1947. You can check those facts.
That might have been your birth date, Jay, huh?
Noel Lansing was the first man.
He says Jerry Lewis was born before the first frontal lobotomy. Agree or disagree, Susie?
I'll agree.
The frontal lobotomy came first. Your opponent gets the square. Jerry, 1926. Lobotomy, 1890. Okay, we still got a pretty close game. Janine, pick a star.
Richard, please.
Thank you, please, for talking to me here. Thank you for the thing. It hurts when it hurts here. Thank you.
Richard, you're an
Nadine,
average...
where are you?
You're an average woman.
Thank you very much for those words.
My pleasure. According to a Psychology Today survey, do you go to the beach to watch or to be watched?
Interesting question, John. Filled with mystery and psychology. I've no idea. I would say to watch or to be watched, was it?
Yeah.
I would say, believe it or not, to be watched, because we are all creatures of egomania.
Gotcha.
Egomania.
To be watched. The average woman goes to the beach to be watched. Janine, agree or disagree?
I'll agree with him.
To be watched it is. You are right to agree, and you get that square. Okay, that's 2 X's up there, but the bell means that time is up. Well, our winner with $325, our new champion, Susie Randall. Oh, boy. Congratulations, you came from behind in the match game, from very far behind. You won the tiebreaker, and now you've won Hollywood Squares. Here is your escort. Join the Gene Rayburn Escort Service. Go over there, get ready for your shot at the big money. And Janine. That was one of those games. You were creeping up, but time ran out on you. You were here, however, for one very, very productive day. Your total leaving us is $21,525. That's certainly worth a big hand. And your being here is certainly worth our thanks for being on Match Game Hollywood Squares. You were great. Okay, Gene.
All right, John, here we go. Congratulations once again to this young lady. We'll be back with her and our 9 celebrities and a go at the big money right after this.
Hip.
It's time for the big money super match, and Susie, if you're ready for it, tell us how you feel about it. Oh, okay. All right. I think she's ready. She can win up to $30,000 here. Let's get to it. We polled a recent studio audience, said write down your best answer to this. Poll blank. Now, the top answer, remember, is worth $1,000. Next most popular one's worth $500. And then the next one, $250. You may enlist the aid of any 3 of our 9 stars here for suggestions here. Whom do you want to call on first?
John.
First thing that came to my mind was pole vault.
Pole vault. Okay, there's one.
Okay. Jay.
Yo, polecat.
Polecat. All right, you've got 2 now.
Okay. Richard.
Pole axe.
Pole axe. All right, so you have pole axe, pole vault, pole cat. You may choose one of those or think up one of your own. What would you like to do here?
Pole vault.
You want to choose pole vault. All right, you think that's under there, under the $1,000 response? We'll begin down at the bottom and reveal them one at a time. May we see the $250, please? Pole cat is there.
Hey, that's very underrated at $250, believe me.
Right, I would think so.
Take it now or you get it at $250, because that's going to go right to the top, believe me.
All right, let's take a look at the $500 response. Pole position, that's racing car terminology, pole position. Right, right. All right, here's our last chance for pole vault. Let's slide the big one. Pole vault it is, you got it. All right. Now, Susie, you've got the $1,000. Now you're going to play the head-to-head match with any star of your choosing here. Remember, each star has a number in front of them, a hidden number, a 10, a 20, or a 30. And when I ask the star to reveal that number, we'll see what it is and then multiply the 1,000 by whatever number is revealed. There's 130 up there. Let's see if you can pick it. Choose a star, please.
John.
All right, John, grab that tab and give it a pull, and let's see if it's a 10, a 20, or a 30. A 10, so that means you're playing for $10,000. All right. And face me, and here we go. John, it's blank Jackson. Blank Jackson. All right, John is ready. It's up to you to collect that $10,000, Susie. You can do so by matching him. How do you do that?
I'm going to do it with Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson. Well, that sounds reasonable to me. John, being an ex-member of, or still a member of the musical world, he might say Michael Jackson. Let's see if he does.
Well, we were on the same wavelength on What a Feeling, so I figured we were in the rock world, so I said, Michael Jackson!
Get the hypodermic needle! Get the needle! $11,325 is what she has right now. Congratulations, Susie! All right. Come back. We'll try and calm her down during the commercial. We'll be right back.
Here's another classic concentration quickie. Where was the silver tea set? We'll be back with the answer right after this. If you love classic concentration, coming up next on Buzzer.
Okay, now we want to find out where that big 3-0 was. Would all of you grab your tabs and give it a pull in a vertical direction? Ready, set, go.
Yankee Vu.
Who's got it?
Phyllis!
Filler has the big 3-0.
Phyllis is 30.
Phyllis is 30. All right, congratulations once again to Susie. She has over $11,000, and we congratulate her. Gene Rayburn here, inviting you to join us tomorrow.
And it was a thriller for you, wasn't it, and Michael Jackson? John Grauman saying so long for the match game, Hollywood Squares hour. See ya.
A member of our studio audience will receive Quasar. Combines a miniaturized radio cassette unit with a compact headphone stereo. The result is the stylish and versatile double play furnished by Quasar. This is Gene Wood speaking for the match game, Hollywood Squares Hour. A Mark Goodson television production.